How do you get off the roof of the factory building at like three times the speed whenever I've actually, it's not enough for 2 miners yet anyways, but let's try this. Yeet! Oh god! Alright everybody, hello and welcome to this beautiful view out here in Satisfactory with me, Spacefish. It's time for another episode, starting out here in the beautiful, beautiful night in Satisfactory with a look at the nearby planets, or is it a moon? That looks somewhat like a red moon, so one way or another though, very, very beautiful indeed. We left off here in the last episode though with our little crazy construction going on that somehow is supposed to hopefully yield us some encased industrial beams in the future. Now we've kind of got a bit of an issue with the steel beams being absolutely undersupplied for us at the moment, as we are kind of pushing them into the encased steel beam production, into the versatile framework production, and also kind of cutting off half of the steel beams just for our own use down below, if I am quite aware of that. So we will probably have to actually take care of increasing the production of these eventually. I mean, this thing has actually filled up, so we're not splitting off anything anymore, but regardless, we are making like 15 steel beams down here per minute, and I think up there we're using like 60, so definitely gonna have to improve on that a good bunch. But for the time being, with me like nearly yeeting myself off the staircase again, it's overall somewhat set up here. The thing that we do need though is we will need some limestone up here. We have actually set this part up in the last episode too, so we've got a constructor to make some more concrete that we can use in this production. We've got this conveyor belt up ahead that's meant to push the concrete into here, but we do not have a limestone source used just yet, and we will very much need to take care of that. So looking at this, currently we need 30 concrete a minute. This thing would be making 15 for an input of 45 a minute, which is pretty darn low, not gonna lie. Like I would really appreciate some more. But what we will have to check out now is actually making a miner down below. And I can really only make a tier 1 miner at the moment. I probably want to quickly upgrade it to a Mark II afterwards, but right now it seems like this is kind of out the only option for us still. Now what we will need though is we will of course need one of these portable miner thingies, which luckily I've got all the mats for that. And then let's go and set this up real quick. I feel, let me just check that I actually have a good bunch of reinforced iron plates. Well, steel plates I do, so that's a good thing. I feel that maybe potentially we just want to instantly make this a Mark II conveyor. Wait a second, I set this up already as well. Okay, that's kind of annoying that I now have a spare portable miner, but I will need a second one or multiple ones when I actually start upgrading my mining spots to level 2, so I guess that's fine. We've actually made this a Mark 1 for now, so I'll have to upgrade that after the fact. We've kind of brought it out to up there. Okay, so we're nearly pretty much there. We just need to bring it to all the way up there. So I think, how did this work? No, I have, yeah, okay, so I've got the direction set up there already, so I could just bring it down like this, and then that is just what we will do. If I make this a Mark II lift, how much does this take me in terms of like materials and all? Where do we have this? Mark II. Wow. 38 reinforced iron plates just for that. We're going to do it anyways, because that way at least we've got that already taken care of, and I'll do like the last 2 meters of this conveyor belt as a Mark II already as well. That is going to nicely propel some of that limestone over here, and that's going to bring that up. And I'm not sure I've actually attached the power to the one we have upstairs, so we'll need to actually check that out. But there we go, everything nicely being ferried up for now. Now, I will have to go and grab some reinforced iron plates, or steel plates still. I think I have my storage here. I do indeed, and it's also pretty nice and full, which I very much like. So we're gonna, before we actually go upstairs to check out our power, and then I've actually turned it on. And by the way, how are we doing on the overall power grid actually? Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, we've kind of really made some crazy power changes with the whole Fixmas event, so it's probably gonna last us for a while. I mean, just like kind of imagine. I mean, we've already got a second pipe laid out, and I can just add a few more pumps to that and like make power even more crazy. So I think the limit is quite high for us at the moment, which is a very good thing indeed. But let me go and actually upgrade all these conveyors to Mark 2s already, so that when we upgrade that miner to a Mark 2, which I think will happen pretty quickly given the impurity of the source, well, of the vein, you know, so that in that case, you know, we've already kind of prepared for all this. So that is nice indeed. We've got all these things now flowing at not twice this. Is there like a small segment in here that I missed or something? It's kind of weird. Wait, we've got Mark 2s there, we've got Mark 2s there. Maybe it's just a bend that makes it look weird. It feels like it may just be the bend. I mean, I don't have the option to upgrade any more of this. Let's double check that we don't have anything up here. Nope. Oh, maybe it's got a weight up there, because I didn't... Yeah, I think I made the things up there, Mark 1s, potentially. Well, alright, so let's head up again and actually check out the whole production. You know, it could very much be the case that I've just not really overclocked it that much, and that's why it's actually just piling up, just because it's, you know, already all full, and the thing is just not producing fast enough, or maybe it's not producing at all because I missed the power. So we'll see. I'll meet you upstairs, because this way up is pretty darn long. Alright, and we are upstairs, and holy moly, no! We're not upstairs anymore. I really badly want to jump pad right now, though. Like, God. That took me absolute ages to get up here. Like, this thing's so big by now. Okay, so we are producing, which is very nice indeed. We're producing at quite a snail's pace, though, and this is actually still Mark 1 stuff. So, you know, let's kind of go and fix that to push the mats in there faster, and then this will fill up like crazy. But well, okay, so we're at 22.5 a minute and 67.5 a minute here actually, so we cannot actually supply our full demands with the current miner even. So we will very much want those encased industrial beams. Haha, finally I got the name right. Okay, so this is all flown into here, and we've already started making the first few, which is indeed very, very cool. Now, the thing that I'm kind of unsure about is if we actually need these beams for anything else other than just building. I'm thinking potentially. So we'll just do the same thing we always do. I will actually set things up like this, and I'll make it Mark 1s for now, because, you know, I don't really think we're going to push these out of the frequency that would ever require us to use Mark 2s. But I will go and put a storage container right here. Maybe even a big one. I don't have the mats for a big one, but maybe I should actually start using those somewhat slowly but surely, just to, you know, increase our potential storage, you know, upgrade some of the containers and all. For the time being, though, we're gonna do it like this. You know, we've got the option to split things out if we ever wanted to, but I don't really think we will need to. We will see about that. But for now, you know, we've got some nice encased industrial beams. And I think the next thing on the list really is to actually go around and upgrade to all the miners, so we can get some better production frequencies out of those. So we need 10 beams per miner, which is honestly not too much. I think that is pretty doable. The only issue being right now that I've got absolutely no space left in my inventory. That said, I've got 8 of these things, which we kind of badly need up here anyway. So we're going to do that, we're going to do that. And then I need to go and clear up my inventory somewhere. I've got some of these Christmas items in here still and everything. Phew, God. Oh. I may kind of have an idea. I may have a slight bit of an idea here. You know how to get downstairs a bit faster? Do you guys have an idea what I'm after right now? How do you get off the roof of the factory building at like three times the speed whenever I've actually, it's not enough for 2 miners yet anyways, but let's try this. Yeet! Oh god! Wow. We're even, wow. We're even standing up the right way again. What in the world? That is, that's quite funky. I love this little thing. It's great, isn't it? I think it's just fun. It also seems to be way less slippy slidey than it was before, because it was like totally uncontrollable for me. But look at this now. Just zooming across the place super fast. Oh, and I kind of jinxed it. Okay, I think the issue really is the bumps in like the terrain, because this thing, I mean, it's called a factory car. I'm pretty sure it was only really intended for use on actual, you know, foundations, and that's just about it. Like, the truck being, of course, way more controllable than the small little thing, but still, you know, I do enjoy it quite a lot, and now we've at least gotten ourselves over here real quick, so I can go and actually not get rid of some of these things, because my inventory is still absolutely stacked. But I've got some leaves and stuff. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of the Christmas presents, and we're still producing things apparently for Christmas, which is kind of mad. I mean, why am I even... Let's put this on standby for now, shall we? There's no use in actually still keeping these running at the moment. It's just like, just taking our capacity, like, what in the world? So yeah, we will keep that off for now. We've got leaves growing right here for whatever reason. So let me go and put like the gifts into here, and then we are gonna go and get rid of the leaves and the, what's this, wood. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the wood, and this is the leaves, right? It is indeed. So leaves go in there. And now, you know, while it's still an absolute mess of an inventory, we do at least have some space again. So I think the plan being here, we're not going to upgrade those yet. But the plan being, we will go back to the factory. I will probably run upstairs and grab some more of the encased industrial beams that we're finished in the meanwhile, and do some more Tokyo drifting with this absolute madness of a machine. We just yeeted off like a 10-story building. And came out without any scratches whatsoever. And I'll kind of see you all after another drift and a 360 on the other side. Alright, so as you can see, we're up here again, and as you can probably also see, we're already super low on limestone, despite this thing only being overclocked by 1 level. So we really kind of badly, I think, want the limestone miner to kind of be the first thing we upgrade, because honestly that's a bit slow. So let's go for another yeet. Oh god, right into the wall. Ooh! Oh, I love this thing, honestly. And we're back on our wheels again as well. What's in the world? So let's go this way around, and we're gonna go and Tokyo drift it. Oh god, across a rock or into a rock. Oh my god, I'm steering right, I swear. This thing is really not made for any sort of terrain, but you know, given its ultra-high portability, it feels so much more useful than the tractor, because I just always have it in my inventory anyways, you know. So that's kind of why I use it over the tractor right now. But with that said, I think the terrain's getting a bit too crazy here, so we're just going to go and grab it again. And we will head over the rest of the way to the miner ourselves. I love the little thing though, I think it's great, I really enjoy it. But with that said, we have the miner here. I'm kind of somewhat hopeful that it works the same way as with the conveyors, that I can just upgrade it like this, and I totally forgot about the steel pipes. I want jump pads. I think, honestly, honestly, at this point, as soon as we get done with the miner upgrades, I'll have to like research jump pads and actually think of some way to thrust myself up the side of that factory wall. Because honestly, literally every time that I want to go to top level, or like one of the top levels, to grab the stuff that I need right now, I'm literally spending like 5 minutes on it, which is, well, given the times that I need to go up there at the moment, is absolutely insane. But I will make my way up again, slowly but surely, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, and here we are. I actually didn't need to go that far, luckily. But I will just grab 1 stack of these. It should be enough for 5 minutes, which is honestly more than I'll ever need, probably. Well, at least at this point in time, and we'll just yeet down here. I hope nobody's going to get any motion sickness from this madness or anything. I will also go and, just in case, already make like 1 more portable miner, just so we've kind of got a backup one for whatever miner we're going to upgrade next, because there is going to be a bunch of those. Like, I think we will basically have to eventually upgrade all these iron ore miners just to make sure we can supply the whole mega factory with all the iron ore we ever need. And we will also, well, we will at least need to upgrade the one that we use to bring up the iron for the steel furnace, which should be that one. And then we will need to upgrade the coal miner all the way back on the other side of the map. I'm not quite sure how much coal it actually makes us, though, and transports. I feel that we may need Mark III conveyor belts at that point, for which we just need steel beams, apparently, which, while is expensive, should not be all too bad for us, hopefully. But let's go and start with a miner. Hopefully this works. It does indeed. Very nice. And boop. Cool. Alright, and there goes a Mark II miner. And it's going to get going, and it's going to make 60 limestone per minute. Wait, was the base output 30 right now? Did I have it overclocked already? Oh yeah, the base output was 30 because this resource vein is super impure and all, so you will have to go and push the overclock back into there. And there we go. Okay, and maybe that's actually a bit much. That's 120 per minute. That's kind of the max we can produce. So that's kind of nice. I think we had 3 shards in there before, potentially. So that's actually kind of nice, because this is now perfectly spot on, and we get 1 shard back. And we should also be supplying more than enough limestone to up there, which, I mean, we're probably going to reuse that shard in the constructor, to be honest. But that's a great start. Now, it's a bit weird, I think, the upgrade with the miners, because I think I need to actually have all the portable miners in my inventory already, despite one already being chucked into there, so that's kind of annoying. But as you can see, I mean, this, no, which one is, no, this is the miner that we're actually using to fuel, well, fuel as in send out iron ore to the steel furnaces with. So this is the one we probably want to upgrade. Also, we will want to upgrade here is going to be the conveyors. So we're going to do that. This one right here seems to be totally fine, but we are going to go and upgrade the lifts for the steel one, because I think we can upgrade the steel one by a lot, and we will need a lot more mats for the steel one very shortly. And we should probably also upgrade this part right here just to make sure that we can actually push things in at a sufficient speed. But with that said, as I said, it's kind of weird. I do, regardless, kind of need the portable miner. Like, I need to, despite it just being an upgrade. So we'll have to go make another one real quick. And I will make a 3rd one, because I do want one for the coal miner, which we're definitely going to upgrade to. But we're only going to do so after we have taken care of this in the actual steel production. So let's go and make this a Mark II miner as well. Good times right there. And we'll have to probably actually push the shards that we already had back in there, Did I not have any shards in here? It feels like I didn't. Well, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that makes sense, because, well, honestly, I think, given the purity of the vein and the amount of resource veins at the moment, it's kind of a nice way for me to actually not have to overspend on shards. I think that was the idea right there. But okay, so I think it's time to get ourselves upstairs again. First things first, our first stop is going to be at the steel beam level, and the second one then going to be at the encased industrial beams level, probably, to actually upgrade, well, upgrade in terms of overclock some things a bit further. But for now, let me go and actually get myself up there, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so here we are then for our steel production. Now, as you can see, the first thing we really need to do here is we actually need to make this a Mark II conveyor, which is going to be incredibly pricey, but that's going to push the iron ore out there way quicker for us. We're going to go and upgrade that, we're going to go and upgrade that and that, and we're also going to go and upgrade the coal one to... Why was the coal one at a Mark II just yet? Wait, do I have this as a Mark 1 at the moment? Oh, maybe I don't actually need to upgrade my coal miner. Maybe I just need to upgrade this huge train of, well, conveyor belts. I think that may be the case, because currently we're using 45, and I think... No, I don't think the coal miner should be supplying 120, should it? I think it should be supplying 60? I'm kind of confused. We'll have to check on that. But, well, as you can see right here, we currently only need like 45 per minute, and we can use 60 steel ingots per minute right here, and we are also kind of splitting things across the place right here, because we're of course also making these steel pipes, which we're not reusing in anything at the moment. So like technically we would need 90 steel a minute. We've only got 45, no, yeah, 45 at the moment, so we want to kind of double this. So we're going to go and put the power shards in here for that. Now I know I'm not going to have all the coal that I need for that, so that is going to be slightly annoying. Also, I actually need to upgrade these to Mark IIs here then, because we are producing more than we can really take. I'm going to make this a Mark II as well, because I'm considering... Well, not considering, like, we will have to actually upgrade this eventually, I think. Just because we are by far not making enough steel beams at the moment. So, yeah. Like, I think we may even have to... I honestly think we will probably have to have a second foundry for steel. But we will see about that for the moment, you know. I mean, we would have the capacity, to be honest, to upgrade this another level, which is also nice, and then upgrade that further. I think that's the overall plan, you know, but I will also need the power shards for that, and I do not have them all just yet, so we will need to find some more slugs on the way. But let's go up another level, and we'll check out the whole encased industrial beam thing for a minute, because... this is a bit too slow right now, I think. So if we look right here, we're going to need 30 concrete a minute at the moment, which, you know, honestly kind of isn't an issue because we're super low on steel beams anyways. But, well, I mean, I don't know. We kind of want to hit that target at the very least, I feel. We're at 22.5 minutes at the moment, so we're going to go and push one more into here. And that is going to push us to 30 a minute, and with the limestone supply that we have from our Mark II miner, should not be an issue whatsoever. So that is at least going to supply everything we need for 6 encased beams a minute, which, honestly, for the time being, I feel is kind of fine, because, well, I mean, we only really want to upgrade some miners, so that is not too bad overall. I feel like I'm just going to have to trash some of these things that I don't need, that are not worth much of anything to me anyways. So, I mean, what do I have? What do I have? Like, these fixmas thingies are actually worth something, I think, like, at least in terms of effort spent. I'm not sure. Flowers. Sorry, dear flowers. Our copper sheet, I've got way too many of those anyways. 6 screws. Alright, that should be at least enough space to grab all the things that we need. Because right now, what I think we're going to do is we're going to grab a whole lot of materials, and we're going to upgrade this whole conveyor right here. Also, quickly wanted to check right here. We've got a full container of steel beams, which is kind of nice, because that is going to provide nicely for the Mark III conveyor belts, which we will inevitably need. But for the moment, honestly, everything we are going to need is going to be Mark II. So I'm going to go and pick up some of those reinforced reinforced steel plates. Still steel. No, it's actually iron plates. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought I was doing it wrong, but I was actually doing it wrong, correcting myself. That is some next level triangle of weirdness right there. But okay, so do I actually have all the pipes that I need? I do. So that's good. We should have like 30... Yeah, we've got 13 case beams, which is enough for like 3 portable mines, which is great. I also actually have 3 Mark II miners, and I actually also have 2 portable miners already, so I don't need to make any more. So I think it's time for the factory cart again. I just love the portability of this thing, because honestly, I mean, I'm not going to run all the way back to my base just to grab a tractor to drive all the way out to coal power plant, right? So that's why I kind of enjoy this. It just feels like such a nice and portable way of... Oh! Oh! Oh my god! I accidentally clicked the left mouse button. Oh no! This is insanely great. I love this. Beep boop, factory cart rolling through. Oh my god, look at that! I've got a little... Oh my god! I'm sorry, we're gonna have to drive around all the time like this now. This is like the greatest thing in the world right there. Holy moly, I love Coffee Stain Studios, honestly. Who even thinks of this? This is insane. Oh, dudes, I love that. That is great. But okay, I'm gonna already start upgrading some conveyor belts right here while we're passing through. And we're gonna actually go and upgrade the miner itself. But, like, holy moly, that is just... Oh my god, I love that. That is just insanely great. Just got a little... Oh my god. A little siren for the factory cart. It's kind of like, well, what else could you ask for in this game? A teeny tiny little factory cart to zoom around the map with a siren on top of it. It's like... Oh, the dream. Okay, so that's the Mark II miner for us right there, which should be very, very good indeed. 240 coal a minute. Okay, yeah, I didn't need to upgrade this. Slight overkill. Slight overkill right here, because honestly, we could use Mark IIIs with this already. Maybe I should have just brought the mats for Mark IIIs, because, like... Whoa. That is a bit insane. Honestly, I should have just made this Mark IIIs already. Didn't really think it was going to go that crazy. But we're going to go make this Mark IIs for now, because that's like still the only mats that I have with me, unfortunately. But, yeah. Kind of good to know that that is that insane. So, I could have spared myself the upgrade there, honestly, but never going to say no to extra coal. Like, really... Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna build like some extra coal power plants and use the coal for some extra power. So, I mean, you know, that's totally fine in my book. You know, as long as we have too much coal, that's a great problem to have, honestly. But yeah, so conveyor belt Mark II upgrade time here. As you can see, it's a rather jolly time as I'm zooming across the map, just building one belt after another, and I think the big guy's gotten himself stuck in our conveyor maze again. God, he just keeps doing that, doesn't he? Hello, buddy. How you doing? Okay, so we're gonna go and make this whole thing a conveyor lift Mark II as well. It's gonna use like, I think we just use like 200 reinforced iron plates, which is kind of mad, but that is gonna go and actually give us all the materials that we need for our steel production, which is very, very great indeed. I think we're gonna go upstairs and actually push some more overclocks into our steel production, to be honest, because we're just a bit slow in my book still. So let's go up there and let's take care of that. Alright, so up here we are then, and as you can see, the materials are all flowing in nicely. Coal was a bit short for a minute as expected, but now with the new conveyor belt Mark II set right there, that should not be an issue at all, and we're going to go and max this. So this is going to be 112.5 coal a minute, which is still less than we are able to supply, and honestly we may just put a conveyor splitter there eventually and build another foundry on the other side of this factory floor and just double our inflow of steel to the steel beam production, because I kind of feel we will need to. I kind of feel we will need that, and the good thing is that, honestly, we've got not a thing in the world to worry about right there, because we've got so much coal flowing in that it's absolutely going to be fine. And if I just upgrade another one of those iron miners down there and kind of split off a line and push this up here for the second foundry, that should be totally fine too. Maybe the iron ore here could be a long-term thing to worry about, because 112.5 a minute is literally just 7.5 less than the miner actually mines that we have down there, and he is kind of supplying another line, so maybe we will eventually need to overclock that too. But the good thing is now that we should be pushing out 112.5 steel a minute, which is indeed very good, because you can see right here we've got all the steel supply that we could ever want, and with the steel pipes being backlogged, I'm gonna go and push some steel ingots. Well, no, I'm gonna push the steel ingot production here a bit. Gonna have to always mind the power. As you can see, we've still got a good bit of leeway right there, and we're at 22.5 a minute now, which honestly I think is still by far not enough. I'm gonna actually check how much we need in terms of steel beams upstairs, but I think we needed like 60 or something, like some weird insane figure that we can probably not even hit with one of these steel. Oh wow, so we need 24 right here for basic non-overclocked encased industrial steam beam encased industrial beam production, and we need 30 right here. So 54 as opposed to 22.5 that we're making sounds like a bit of an issue, doesn't it? So that is honestly probably going to be something to think about, because I mean, versatile frameworks are still so flippantly slow. We're just making 5 a minute until we actually have a backlog right here. It's probably going to be like 20 episodes, and well, I mean, industrial beams are kind of the same deal. I'm not really sure how badly we will be needing both of these parts, but one way or another it sounds like a good idea to just kind of at least give this some extra speed. So we're going to go and push our last power shard into overclocking our steel beam production even further here, and that's probably going to kind of over demand our steel production a bit, but at the very least, you know, we're making 30 steel beams a minute, which should be way better at supplying the stuff that we need. But yeah, so I think we're gonna honestly need a second foundry, and probably ideally a second constructor, just so we can maybe pull like one overclock out of this one and then put it into there, and with the combined efforts of both constructors sort of supply enough steel. And then again, I'm not quite sure if we will maybe need even more steel-based products here in the future. Probably that will end up happening, so the madness is going to continue. And I mean, we've got motors and stators and everything still. We've really just like kind of touched upon like the first few materials. I know that we're going to need the steel pipes or something, so I think it's going to be absolutely insane. There's a lot more things that we actually need to set up now. The factory's going to grow even further. Before I grow it even more, I think I kind of want to set up a jump pad system so we can actually, well, have a bit of a quality of life in terms of that. For today, I'm going to end it off right here. I think the list is still insanely full for the next bunch of episodes, so I hope you're all looking forward to that. For today, this has been it for this episode, so as always, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does help out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also, please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way, as always everyone, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.